but I have a lot more to share and a lot more to give to you guys. And so what I've done is I've put together a very special package, and it's going to help you easily take working with for sale by owners to the next level. Would it be okay if I shared with you what was in this package? Just type yes or no so that I can see you guys are still with me. Yes, 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 hell yeah. Yes, yes, of course, yes, 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 yep, you betcha. Okay, so we're going to go on. And I always like to ask for permission first, and I hate kind of assuming that I deserve it. By the way, that's a good tip for those of you on listing presentations, is ask for permission first. Hopefully I've given you enough value so that it's okay to talk about what we're selling here. I want to help all you guys become successful and grow your listing business. And so what I did is I created a program called Zero Resistance for Sale by Owners. And the goal of the Zero Resistance FSBO program is I don't want you guys to be successful 6 months from now. I don't want you guys to be successful a year from now. I want you to be successful right now. That if you took advantage of this, that tomorrow you'd be able to start working this and start to see results. And the way we do it is we shortcut the process by hacking it down and making it simple, making it easier for you. So I put together the Zero Resistance FSBO system with the goal to speed up your process. What you're going to get, the first thing you're going to get is when you invest today, is a 3-module MP4 video recorded series. And you can see the modules there, week 1, week 2, and week 3. And I recommend that you watch week 1, give yourself a little bit of time to implement it, do the homework, watch week 2, implement it, do the homework, and then watch week 3, implement it, and do the homework. And what it's going to do is it's going to teach you, with all the training, the scripts, the dialogues, the resources, the downloads, and lots of material, including everything I've shown you so far, how to list a FSBO a week in under 30 minutes a day or less. Each module is designed to get you listing by accomplishing mastery in the following 3 areas. Week 1, we get a lot about mindset and then how to get the for sale by owner to chase you rather than you chasing them. I mean, we give them so much good material that they want to work with you if they're not able to sell their house on their own. Week 2, or module 2, we're going to talk to you about how to get the appointment, how to simply ask to come over, and what to say when they say, bring me a buyer and I'll pay you 3%. And what to say when they say, well, I'm not working with real estate agents right now. And what to say when they say, well, I have a friend in the business that I'm going to list with. Okay, we have all those. And then last, in week 3, we talk about exactly what to say on the pre-listing presentation and on the listing presentation, how to handle all their questions, their comments, and their concerns, and how to get the listing at that second appointment. Now, the training is really fun because the first half of each week is basically you come on and we talk about strategy and how do you do it and why do you do it, and we help by explaining the marketing or the reasoning behind each of the pieces that we show you. And then the second half, you'll be able to just follow me doing it. We'll walk you through step by step, and you'll be able to model the steps. So let's take a closer look at what you're going to be getting. Okay, week number 1 is you're going to understand that knowledge is power. When you have better knowledge, you're able to make better choices. And better choices lead to better results for you and your client, who's going to be the for sale by owner. We're going to cover the mindset of the for sale by owner and how to use it to your advantage in great detail. We talk about why the for sale by owner would try to sell on their own. And then we teach you how to handle all of their questions and comments. Plus, we're going to give you even more statistical data than what I showed you earlier so that you can stack the deck in your favor. In step 2, getting the appointment, we're going to give you all the things that we just showed you, the Dave Ramsey article, the NAR report, a FSBO script. It's a 3-page script, fallacies that the for sale by owner thinks that they have, 5 reasons why you might want to reconsider, and all sorts of material, well over 200 pages of printed materials. And we're going to actually role play live on the call a couple of scenarios with the for sale by owners. We'll have you all asking questions, and in week 2, you'll hear the questions that were asked, and you'll be able to hear our live answers to them. And step number 3, you're going to receive 2 proven, powerful PowerPoint templates. And it's the first appointment, because what I advocate is a 2-step listing appointment on this thing. And it's really then what happens on the actual listing appointment when you come back the second time. Okay, so the first time you're able to go over, you're able to tell the truth, and you're not going to try to sell them, and you're going to be there for 10 to 15 minutes, and you're going to ask for the right to come back and give a full listing appointment. Now, what I found in this market is oftentimes I don't get that second appointment on that first appointment, but we're going to teach you how to stay in touch with them so that you can continue to add value so that when something changes on their end, they're willing to talk to you. Okay. So, one of the questions that we often ask is, where do I get to leads? Where do I find the leads? No worries, guys. There's lots of leads out there. We're going to show you at least 13 different FSBO websites, and I have a short little video that tells you exactly how to find FSBOs and how to contact them. And you get that, and it's included with the package. My number one source is Craigslist. I go to Craigslist every day. In fact, I set up an auto search on Craigslist. It emails me when something new comes on in the market areas that I like. We'll show you exactly how to set that up. And then when you get the emails, you can decide whether you want to work with that for sale by owner or not. And not only that, the emails you send, we teach you how to put them into your email program, whether it's Gmail or the Mac Mail. Everything but Yahoo Mail works. I recommend a Gmail account or a Mac account, and that you're able to set up what's called either canned responses or signatures, and you can set up all the emails that you want to use so that it's very easy and very quick to get out a powerful reply or a powerful email out to these for sale by owners. The Craigslist addresses are anonymous, and you don't have their real email address, but it's a starting point, and it gets them to respond. About a third of the time, they respond with their real email addresses. The rest of the time, we show you how to look at more information on them on Facebook, in Google, with a couple of the other different search engines. So it's all there. You're going to have plenty of leads, guys. We're going to walk you through each of the 13 sites so that you can find them. Oops. And so, the next question we hear is, how long do I get access? This morning, I had a question from somebody that bought the program 2.5 years ago. Her computer fritzed. She didn't have it backed up. She wanted to work with FSBOs again. I happily sent her a new login and a new login and password so that she has access to all this material. And what's nice is I update it at least once a year with the new statistics and the new stuff. So the material is always updated, and you'll get lifetime access. I want you guys to hear that. As long as I'm alive and I can keep working in the real estate industry, this website is going to be live and you're going to be able to access it. So 6 months from now, if you say to yourself, gosh, I want a refresher, or I've got a FSBO appointment, what was it that Mike did? You can go right to Module 3 and walk it again. You just log in and everything you need there is right in front of you. So what you're going to get is you're going to get the lifetime access to the zero resistant modules and the support materials. And that's got a value, of $697. And then you're going to get support materials. Okay, I've written 2 books in this, and they're included. The first is a Microsoft Word document that's meant for you to customize for yourself. I had a graphic designer put it together. It's 50 plus pages of material for you to use, called How to Sell Your Home on Your Own in 2015. And you can update it. It's completely customizable. And in fact, we want you to customize it. And we want you to say, here in Tempe, this is what's happening in our marketplace, and put your statistics, and throughout the 56 pages, reference your market area. And it gives you an instant authority when you email it as a PDF to these for sale by owners. Or even more impressive, you can print these up for about $30 a copy, loan them a book, print up 3 or 4 copies, and then loan them out to the for sale by owners hardbound. You can get them printed up. It's a really impressive book and establishes you as the expert. The second book is what we've called as the FSBO Diaries, and it's 43 pages of emails going back and forth between myself and members of the classes that we taught during that time. And it covers every possible response that a for sale by owner can give you, and then how we trained those agents to respond to it, with the goal being of they want to get face to face with them. So it's 46 pages, literally, 100 to 200 emails back and forth with for sale by owners. You can see what other people have done. Those are included in some of the support materials. So not only are you going to get the zero resistant module and the lifetime access, and you're going to get a pre-listing presentation and a listing presentation. I wanted to show you guys a couple of these. These are set up in Keynote and in PowerPoint. And the way I present this, and we're just going to see the first 2 or 3 pages of each of them, is you're at the end of your initial appointment with the for sale by owner. You've bonded a little, and you've been there for 10 minutes or 12 minutes, and they're holding their front door open with their left hand, and their right hand is sort of shooing you out the door. And for those of you that are older like myself, you'll remember an old TV detective Peter Falk used to play called Columbo. And I want you to turn around and either break this PowerPoint out on your little iPad or, your Android device, or you can print it out and you show it to them and you say, hey, I just had one question for you. What's the biggest advantage to you in selling on your own? And 95 times out of 100, they're going to say something along the lines of they can't afford to sell it. They're going to save the commission. And you say, great, that's really wonderful. I appreciate that. Thanks for sharing it with me. So let me ask you, what would be the biggest advantage a buyer would have in buying directly from you? And they look like a deer in the headlights. They have not thought it through as to why a buyer would come directly to them. And they say, well, I have a unique house once in a while, and sometimes they do. But most of the times they say, well, maybe the buyer could save some of that same commission. Or you might have to bring it up because some of them are really speechless. And you say, yeah, they're trying to save the same commission as you're going to save in most cases. And then I start creating some doubt with them. Is there any possible disadvantage to you in continuing to try to sell on your own? Okay. And then the next slide shows who has the advantage in negotiating, you with one house to sell or the buyer with choices and the money. And they've never thought it through. And there's many more slides on that one. And at the end of that slide, what you're trained to say is, hey, look, I didn't come over here to give you the full listing presentation and your husband or wife isn't even here. All I'd like to do is have permission to stay in touch with you and to come back and show you what I could do to get your home sold. Would you like to set an appointment now? And they say yes or no. We know what to do. Would they say yes? If they say no, you say, great, please, I'm going to stay in touch with you. Would you at least keep the conversation open in case you're not able to sell on your own? And they're going to say yes to that, and you leave with a yes. Then you follow up with them. And then when you go back for the full listing presentation, we have a PowerPoint and Keynote full listing presentation. It's a nice graphic design, listing presentation that you can use on all of your listings. You can modify it. And in it, we actually show the things about all the experts say to hire an agent. Now, on your regular listings, you delete this page. But on the for sale by owners, what you're showing them is it's not just you telling them, there's experts out there. We teach you how to say with a little chuckle, even the founder of For Sale by Owner sold using a real estate broker. Man, if anybody was ever going to sell For Sale by Owner, don't you think it would be this guy? And you laugh and you chuckle and you move on. And so you get those two presentations. And you're going to get emails when you follow up with people. And, so Bob Campbell said, I hope you don't mind hearing from one of your past but recent clients. I took your FSBO class. I was able to set 5 appointments the first week after setting the first email. I stayed in touch with almost all those potential sellers, and I've added more in the week since. I got this email this afternoon from one of the first 5 and wanted to share it with you. Thanks for the system and the info you presented during the course. And a guy by Lawrence said, with all your persistence, you're winning me over. I'd like to set up a time for you to meet my wife and see about getting this house sold. Boy, we'd love to have those, more of those. And then we have another email. Yes, Dave Jackson says, so far this week's 2 appointments and 1 listing this week. So far, less direct, softer, and more effective than bold. For some of you, my Keller Williams friends, you know what's going on with bold is they've trained literally tens of thousands of agents across the country to say the same thing to the for sale by owners. So this is a little less direct, a little softer, and a little more effective for my clients that take advantage of this. So who does this work for? Who does this work for? This works for who I call the action taker. I mean, every successful agent I know takes action. We don't sit around and think about things. We just get it done. And they're professionals. And as a professional, our business may be, hey, we may be doing really well with our past clients and centers of influence, but I want to add another income stream. And maybe for sale by owners or expireds are the ones that I want to look at. So this is going to be the for sale by owner income stream. They're a brand new agent looking for a niche to excel in. Maybe you want to be different than the other agents out there working for sale by owners. This course is for you. You know, students of the business, people that are always learning for that one phrase, that one thought that's going to get you the appointment so that they can see how much you're trying to help them when they want to buy or sell a house. I also know that these are people that make quick decisions when they have the opportunity in front of them and that they're striving to improve and customize their business, and they want to customize it to suit who they are. Okay, I don't know any of you that woke up this morning and said, I want more conflict in my life, so let's go fight with a bunch of for sale by owners. We don't do that. We let you customize this so you're able to offer a lot of service and a lot of value. We're going to teach you how to rewrite the for sale by owners ads. We're going to teach you how to use the Zillow to your advantage if they're underpriced or overpriced, and show them some tricks from Zillow so that you get a lot of value. We're going to teach you all of that. If you're one of these types of agents, whether you're an action taker, a professional, you're looking to add an income stream, you're a new agent, you're striving to get better, or you're just a student of it, these are the kind of agents who do really, really well with this program. If you're just looking for a magic pill that says no work required, you might as well hang up now. Don't pay attention, because this does require work, but it's a lot of fun because you have success with it. So the next question we get asked is, will the downloads work for me? And of course they will. If you have a recent version of Microsoft Office and Adobe Reader, then the answer is yes. Everything will open for you. It works great on a Macintosh, and most of the things are in a PDF. But, you know, I do have to say I had somebody that had Office 97 in the last class, and they said they couldn't open anything. I did have to tell them they needed to go get a copy of Office 2000 and whatever the recent one is on Windows, and Macintosh is 2013. So, you know, you got to have a recent version of Microsoft Office, and everything works. You're going to get everything in PowerPoint and Keynote, Microsoft Word, and Adobe Acrobat Reader. If you have those, you're going to be able to customize the booklets, the papers, the stationaries, and you're going to be able to edit, rebrand with your brokerage, your photo. You're going to be able to delete slides that you don't want, add more, change the color scheme. Don't worry. Every download is customizable, takes just a few minutes, and then it's yours. So what you're also going to get is support, and more support. I've taken a lot of classes over my 35 years, and I love learning. But what we've done is I will give you email support, and you're going to get my email address. And I am the owner of Your Coaching Matters along with my wife, and we have a couple of coaches. But you can email me, and I will answer your email. In addition, we're going to do something new. It's a new bonus, putting on first time ever. On Tuesdays from 11 to 12, I'm going to host a webinar that we're going to call Office Hours. And it's going to be a question and answer call where you can, sign into the webinar, get on it, and get your questions answered and problem solved. So I'll be available for an hour each week. We're going to work together and help you get better and move faster. And I'll be 100% available for that hour. The rest of the week, you can have email support with me. I'll help you tackle your toughest challenges and eliminate any feelings you might have of being overwhelmed. Because implementing a system is a process. Developing a new habit takes some time and takes some effort, but the rewards are substantial. And I've set it up this way because I found that when I hand people a ton of training, the wrong thing happens. They get overwhelmed and they don't do any of it. They don't know where to start. They don't know where to finish. They don't know what the first action step should be. We've all been guilty of this, myself included. And I'm looking at my bookshelf right now. I must have 4 or 5 courses over there that are gathering dust. And I don't want that to happen to you with this course. Okay, you'll have access to office hours indefinitely. I won't disappear in a few weeks. I'm here and I'm committed to your success. Now, I'll be honest, we're going to send out an email invite, and 42 to 44 weeks a year, I'll be on the call. The other weeks, we're either going to take a break or I'll have one of the other coaches on because I'm on vacation. My family's still in Hawaii and I like to travel back and forth, and 11 to 12 is great, but it's 5 to 6 in the morning in Hawaii, and you don't want a groggy Mike. You'll get somebody else on those weeks. So, Mike, the next question is, what happens if I miss the call? And what I'm going to try to do as we're starting this is we're going to archive and categorize each one of the calls so that you'll be able to have a library based on that website to look at of the past calls. So you could look up something on time management, or the FSBO says, bring me a buyer, and you'll be able to look it up, listen to the past calls, and hear those questions answered. But you're not going to, if you miss one, not going to be a problem. They're going to be recorded, and everything's designed to get you to convert through the roof. Okay, but somewhere in their future, there might be a month from now, it might be 6 months from now, you're going to want to know, you're going to hear something from a for sale by owner that you don't know how to handle. And, there could be a certain challenge in your listing presentation, or they say this, give me a call, check in, and we're going to get that covered for you. The training will always be there for you, and the support will be there for it also. So there's nothing to worry about. We're here long term for you. Long term. So here's what you're going to get. You're going to get the Zero Resistance website with the 3 modules on it. You're going to get the presentations, and you're going to get unlimited access to weekly questions and answers, which has a value of $700 per year. So we're up to $1,593 in value. Okay, but there's more. We're going to get to add more. So, the next thing you're going to get is access to a Facebook group. It's a private group called Zero Resistance FSBOs and Expireds. There's over 600 members in this, and they're all across the country and in Canada. By the way, this works very well in Canada. We've sold, literally 100 to 200 courses from British Columbia on down to Nova Scotia, with a lot in Toronto. You're going to get that, and you're going to get them sharing their successes, their challenges, what's working now, and best practices to help you get better, faster, and list more homes, because none of us is as smart as all of us together. And if you have a problem, question, or objection that can't wait till the weekly office hours, and I don't respond to your email fast enough, or you want more input, post it up on this page, and people will be knocking themselves over to help support you. Again, guys, all the support you need for success doesn't disappear in just a few weeks. We're here, and we're committed to it. So now what you get is the lifetime access to the Zero Resistant modules, the listing and pre-listing presentation, the unlimited access to weekly questions and answers and email support, and a 24/7 community support with private Facebook group, putting the value well over $2,000. Well over $2,000. So you guys know I'm not going to charge you $2,000 for all this stuff. But I want to ask you a question. If I did charge you $2,000 for everything, and if all that system did was finally give you the ability to sell just one FSBO a month and never worry about the competition, would that be worth $2,000? I mean, what if you had one FSBO you would not have otherwise gotten? What if you had sellers chasing you instead of you chasing them? What if you added value to every conversation so they thanked you for calling, and you positioned yourself as the expert agent who is truly different, and had that seller know exactly how working with you gets their home sold and makes them more money? I mean, if all we did was that, what would that mean to your business? What would that mean to your business? And think about it. What would an additional sale a month mean to your business? Okay, so what would it mean? I had two choices when I was designing this. I could go really cheap. I could have gone really cheap and sold this to the masses. And, or I could have gone with a second option, and that's going to require a little bit of a higher investment. But in exchange for that higher investment, I could devote more resources to guarantee your success. So I went with option number 2 because I absolutely love to help others succeed. It's my passion in life. I went through a 2-year course to get accredited as a coach because I get a thrill out of seeing other people succeed. There's nothing more gratifying to me than seeing somebody make their dreams become a reality through the help of one of my programs. So again, what's that one client worth to you? What's one listing sold worth to you? Is it 5,000, 6,000, 10,000 or more? Ask yourself, what's it worth to you and your business to have the ability to list 1, 2, 3, or even 4 FSBOs a month? What does that add to my business? And you can see why it's a deal at $2,192. I mean, you get all this material, and, I know there's at least one of you on the call that's saying, boy, that $2,192 price tag, and you're thinking, that's a pretty small investment for an awful lot of valuable training and support. And for the ability to win just one FSBO appointment, and get a commission that I would have lost to a discounter or because I never contacted them. Some of you are out there saying, hey, that's a pretty fair deal. And there's at least one other agent out there saying, man, I really like this, but that's going to be tough for me to afford right now. I just don't have $2,000 to buy this. And so, what's it worth for you to be able to have the ability to confidently walk into any for sale by owner with all the marketing and scripts you need to win that appointment, to win that listing? So, the question is, how many of you guys would give me $2,000 if I gave you the ability to sell an extra listing a month? Everybody just say, I would. Go to the chat room and let me know that you're still there. How many of you would do that? Okay, I would, yes, me, count me in. I'm in there. I can't, but I would. Thank you for being honest. So, it kind of changes your perspective, because then this isn't a cost, it becomes an investment. Okay, it's an investment in you and your business, and the upside of this is huge. So you can probably see why the Zero Resistance program and the bonuses are a good deal at over $2,000. And in the very near future, when we transition the price to over $697 for the general public, that's what we're going to do. But because you guys are here today, you're on a list that we cultivated. You guys are special. I want to do something to make this a complete no-brainer to help guarantee your success. I want you guys to get started today, and the price is going to be for the lifetime access to the Zero Resistance, everything, the office hours, the presentations. It's going to be 2 payments of $97. One payment today for $97, and 30 days from now, another payment of $97 for 2 smart payments of $194. And all you need to do is go to that link, closemorefsbos.com, closemorefsbos.com to get signed up. Okay? Now, I don't want to hold you guys back from success. And I said, how can we make this, not only a complete no-brainer, but there's no way I can't do it no-brainer. And to make it super easy for you guys. So I've decided to give you even more access. And here's some more things that are included. The course, the Facebook community, the email support, the PowerPoint listing presentation, the private Facebook page, the office hours, and then we're going to give you some other bonuses in there. There's 12 FSBO closes. These are little zingers that you can use with the for sale by owner with them. So they say, I have a friend in the business. You say, great, I understand. Many of my clients have discovered that a second no obligation opinion makes them able to make the best choice for them financially. I'd like to provide you that second opinion. Could I come over today at 4 or tomorrow at 2? So you give them those choices. We also give you conversation advancers. This is a 13-page booklet on every objection that a for sale by owner has been able to come up with over the last 35 years. And what's funny is they aren't new, and we give you 3 or 4 ways that you can answer it. It'll be your language and your way to handle it. We're going to give you the zingers. And this is actually called FSBOs and expired zingers. And they say, well, you know, I had an agent treat me real bad. And you go, ooh, you didn't deserve that. I'd like to balance your bad experience with a good one. Or I specialize in homes that didn't sell the first time. They're going to be a FSBO's fallacies list. These are a list of 10 to 12 items that the for sale by owner thinks is true, but it isn't true. So they think that the closing attorney works for them. Other items like that. We're going to give the top 5 reasons a for sale by owner should reconsider. One of those being legal ramifications. Many of us don't realize how valuable our errors and omission insurance is, and reasons why a for sale by owner should reconsider and hire an agent. And the FSBO diary book, which we talked about earlier, that 58 pages of emails going back and forth. And the customized Sell Your Home Yourself book. So all these things are included. They add another $270. And we're also going to throw in, once you take the listing, sometimes the for sale by owners are a little overpriced. And I wrote a special report in February of this year, and it's called Earning the Right to a Price Reduction. And it's a complete listing management system with lots of ideas, scripts, dialogues, and systems that will help you earn the right to ask for a price reduction. You add all these up, and we now have, just a value of close to $3,000. Here's my guarantee to you. Oops. Try it. We have a 100% money-back guarantee. I have no problem offering you a 60-day unconditional money-back guarantee. None at all. It's 100% risk-free. You can do nothing at all, or you can take this leap of faith and sign up. Compare it to all the value you're going to get and just give it a shot. Just try it out. Find out if it's going to work. And there's, literally no risk, because I got the philosophy, if I can't make you money, then I don't deserve yours. Okay, so there's a 60-day guarantee with this. Basically, you can sign up. And for any reason, if you don't like anything about the system, I don't care if it's 59 days, 23 hours, and 59 minutes from now. Just let me know, and we'll give you 100% of your money back. But you don't need to make that decision right now. The only decision you got to make right now is, I'm going to get started. I'm going to check this out. You get in there. You can go through the training. You can implement things. You can win an extra listing appointment or 2 in the next 30 days, and then decide if it's worth it or not. In fact, you even have 60 days to make that decision. We charge you $97 today, and we'll refund that to you if any time in the next 30 days you cancel. And if we charge you the other $97, you'll get $194 back at the end of 60 days. So the only decision you have to make is get started. Is it worth investing just a few minutes of your time to check this out? Which, even if it does only half of what we've claimed in today's training, it's literally going to pay for itself as soon as you go on your next listed appointment. Again, 60 days, 0 questions asked. Well, I'll actually ask you a question, and I'll say what didn't work for you, because I'm constantly trying to get this to work better and better and better. Okay, so the decision you have to make is, do you get started? Do you click, and do you go to closemorefsbos.com and get started? Is it, again, worth investing just a few minutes of your time to check this out? Just check it out. Check it out. So the stack, we've got $697 for the lifetime access to the course and the support materials. We've got a pre-listing and listing presentation. We got unlimited access to weekly question and answers. We got the 24/7 community support. We have the value pack. It's at closemorefsbos.com. closemorefsbos.com. But, we're providing you the training, we're providing you the support and the community to ensure that you get the maximum results in the minimum amount of time, and you have everything you need to succeed in growing your listing and your FSBO business. But look, I really want to exceed your expectations. I found that those who get the best results are people like Marnetta, who did it And she said, this was a great job. I love the organization. I needed a system. I love your scripts and dialogues. I hated that old, when are you going to be interviewing the right agent? Your stuff is much more like me. CloseMoreFSBOs.com. Fred Davis says, your system works like a champ. I sent out 8 emails and received 4 replies and have 2 appointments. Much easier than what I usually do by either cold calling or knocking on their door. And this is my favorite. Mike Cribben says, I'm not setting the world on fire with this class, but it's changed the way we do some business. The email signature is a great idea. I used to send letters to apartments that expires to the tune of $1,200 to $1,500 per month. I started using Spokio to find email addresses and started sending emails using your method. 2 weeks ago, I only mailed 240 and sent 60 emails. Letters gave me 11 responses and emails gave me 21 responses. So wait, he spent $240 on letters and got 11 responses. He sent 60 emails for free and got 21 responses. Thanks for that tip. By the way, I've sent to 39 FSBOs and had 7 appointments. Got 5 listings and 1 is already sold. And this is within a month. 1 more is under contract. Class had great ideas that work. Again, you guys, 60-day money-back guarantee. There's no risk. CloseMoreFSBOs.com. The real question is, are you going to get started? Are you going to get started? There's over $2,400 worth of value. And for just 2 payments of $97, there's just 60-day money-back guarantee. And this is all for a program that should pay for itself 20, 30, or 40 times over with your first FSBO closing. But I want to exceed your expectations. I mean, there's going to be a fast action bonus. For the next 17 of you that sign up today, and today only, you'll get a private coaching call. Okay? That's a call that's worth $500. I'm an accredited International Coach Federation coach. I've done over 10,000 coaching calls with real estate agents. My average client gross commission income was over $325,000 in 2014. That coaching call private with you is going to get you faster results in your business, and you're going to get 10 times the return on your investment before you even start by having this coaching call. I'm doing it because I want to reward those action takers. These are the kind of people that I want to work with. Close More FSBOs. Okay, so you can sign up at CloseMoreFSBOs.com. When you go there, you're going to see an order form here. It's going to be 2 payments of $97. You put in your information. By the way, there's the 60-day money-back guarantee. It's a secure, bank vault type thing. And we charge you $97 today, $97 30 days from now. You get immediate access to everything. If you have questions, we're going to get to questions live in just a second. But if you're shy and you just don't want to, or you got to go, you can email me at mike.stott@mac.com. I don't know any other trainer that gives you their private cell phone or email address to answer your questions. Now, I do have to say, I have about an hour. I leave for a Boy Scout camping trip. I'm a scout leader with my 13-year-old scout troop, and we're going camping in the mountains. So I won't be able to get back to a lot of these until Monday morning, but I will handle them Monday morning. My number, 678-232-0927, and you have my email address at mike.stott@mac.com. Again, you can sign up at CloseMoreFSBOs.com. Again, what you're going to get: the lifetime access to zero resistance modules and all the support material, the pre-listing and listing presentations, the unlimited access to weekly questions and answers, the 24/7 Facebook private page, the value pack, and a private coaching call for a total value of just under $3,000. Okay, $3,000. Everything I'm offering is designed to get you the max results in the minimum amount of time and to succeed today, not 6 months from now. You guys can get started for those 2 payments of $97. Go to CloseMoreFSBOs.com, and I'm going to now start answering questions. If you have a question or a comment, type it into the questions and comments, and we'll start answering them. Was signing up and didn't get a phone number. One more time, please. My phone number is there, 678-232-0927. 678-232-0927. I'm signed up and excited. Thank you. How can you go wrong? Anyone wants a personal testimonial? Call them at 314-954-6500. I don't know who that is because it doesn't tell me, but somebody that took the course before, you can call them and ask for a personal testimonial, 314-954-6500. Thank you for that. I don't know who you are, but that's a very generous offer. Meredith Endelman just signed up. I signed up a few years ago, but don't have access anymore. I need the website. Yes, Murray Realty, if you will email me at mike.mac.com, we'll get you set up again. Again, you get lifetime access. If I sign up today, am I obligated to sign up for the rest of the options that you have available? No, it's just a for sale by owner course. Are there any other monthly fees? No, it's just the 2 payments of $97. Everything we teach you how to do is free. You can sign up for Red X or the Land Voice or Vulcan 7, and this will help you if you use those services. But I teach you how to use Craigslist, Zillow, forsalebyowner.com, FSBO.com, and 13 other sites, and you can get all that information for free. Any coaching? Yes, we get the group. We have the office hours, which are free. If you sign up today, you get a private coaching call, and I do coaching. And if you want to say you're a master at FSBO, but you like my style, you can go to tinyurl.com and book Stott, BOOKSTOOTT, and you're able to get into my coaching schedule, and I'll give you a coaching call then. Thank you. I paid $4.99, Mike. At this time, I don't need a for sale by owner package. This is a much better deal. Great. And where do I say? Wait, thanks, Mike. I'm looking forward to doing business with you. Matt's signing up. And let's see if we have any other questions. I want to, okay, so what is the exact web address? You sign up at closemorefsbos.com, and then the web address, once you sign up, is called FSBOcourse.com. Sort of basic. FSBOcourse.com. Next question. Does your system include mailing letters? No, but any one of the emails could be a letter, and I do advocate stopping and knocking on their doors. I live in Atlanta, which is a big city, almost 6 million people, and what I do is I absolutely will knock on doors, but I will also only work 20 minutes from my house or my office, so I don't work a big section of Atlanta. I work a small section. The website online is FSBOcourse.com. I know it works. And those were, I was just taught, just call FSBOs. Is the email the preferred method versus the calling? And that's from Mario Washington in Shreveport, Louisiana, who I've actually done business with. Hello again, Mario. I like both. In 2 years ago, I would have said email because then they contact you. But in this market, it's a little more competitive. So what I advocate is you send FSBO number 1. If they respond, you call them. If they don't respond, you send FSBO number 2 3 days later, and then you send FSBO number 3 3 days later. And at the end of the week, you give them a phone call if they haven't responded. How long is this offer good for? I have to deposit money in a bank account. I think we're doing a replay on Monday, so you'll be able to, sign up through Monday. But to get the free coaching call, you want to go now. How many FSBOs do you take a year? In 2014, I coach full time, and I literally spend under an hour a day total on real estate. And I sold 24 listings, and I believe 20 of them were for sale by owners. So, it works, and I'm still doing it, and I still, contacted FSBOs today. Looking forward to the one-on-one session. I don't know who it is, but yes, I am too. What number was I am signing up? I hope I was before 27. You'll get a free coaching call. Don't worry. Your listings, yeah. How many FSBOs did you take? I sold 24 last year, and 20 of them were FSBO listings, 2 buyers, and then 2 repeat and referral business, because I've finally been in Atlanta long enough that I'm earning that. Okay, we've gone about an hour and 10 minutes. I'm happy to answer any other questions. Did I miss anybody's questions? And last chance to ask a question. Sign up. Great, Mario's signing up. And I'm not seeing the people that are registering. Usually I call their names out, but I don't have my email program up, but you guys do it, and I look forward to working with you. Again, go to closemorefsbos.com, CLOSEMOREFSBOS.com, or call me at 678-232-0927, or email me at mike.stott@mac.com. Again, in about an hour, I'm leaving for a Boy Scout trip, so it might be Monday before I get back to you. And I thank you for your time and your questions. And there's a whole lot of questions just came up. Assume on FSBO you also get them a new home offer. Yes, you oftentimes will work as a buyer. Is there a monthly fee? No, there is no monthly fee. Testimonial, Mike Cribben was offering a testimonial. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate it. Looking forward to working with you. We'll call you for coaching, Jeff Mills. Will you call me for coaching? Yes, we'll give you the opportunity to sign up. Any last questions? Great. If not, we look forward to working with you. Give me a call or sign up at closemorefsbos.com, and I look forward to it. Thanks for your attention. I hope you got something of value, even if you don't sign up. That's my goal, to come from a spirit of contribution. Thanks again, guys.